Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Royal Red Zone. I might as well start calling this channel the Royal Red Zone and freaking Royal Back Court as well, or something. We got to figure out a name, because I remember I told you guys that we keep it no holds barred, no flags thrown, and we keep it no fouls drawn. And once again, we're gonna keep it no fouls drawn today, because we're gonna be talking NBA. We're gonna be talking basketball. Today, we're gonna talk about the NBA ratings and how frustrated I am with people saying that the ratings are down because of certain players or the certain way that teams play in this generation. So, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you like this channel, hit that subscribe button. And we're just gonna dive straight into it. So, welcome on in, guys. So here we go. Everyone loves to talk about how the NBA ratings are down and the ratings are dying, and the NBA is terrible, and oh, they shoot too many threes, and this certain player, LeBron James, ruined the league with his flopping and crying and whining. And if you sit back and look at the people who are talking about it, it's people like Stephen A. and people like Jason Whitlock and all these other people who've never played basketball before, or it's trash bags like Gilbert Arenas, or old heads like Chuck and Shaq and Kenny, who, they've played back in the day, and they just think they know better than what the actual players are doing right now because they went harder or whatever, because the eras were different and these players are all soft and pampered and whatever. But it has nothing to do with any of those factors. I'm going to tell you what it all has to do with, and it's NBA greed. It's NBA greed. It's literally greed, because this is what all sports markets do. They're literally cash cows. All they care about is money. All they care about is money. They literally took the NBA platform from streaming on all across TV to just having the primetime games on ESPN and TNT. And then if you're a Sacramento Kings fan, if you're a Detroit Pistons fan, if you're a Utah Jazz fan, you could literally live in Michigan, Utah, or California, and you're just out of luck for watching your team's game, even though you live in that part of the city, in that part of around that state. You're just out of luck. You better get on uh, Stream East or some one of these other, because they want us to install all these streaming services. They want us to get Hulu with live TV. Then they want us to get Netflix and buy the live TV package. Then they want us to get HBO Max and then or HBO, and then they want us to upgrade to Max, and then they want us to get Tubi and whatever NBA League Pass and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, put it on regular cable TV, make the games free in your area. Like NFL games, I happen to live in Chicago, and where I live, we get the Lions, Packers, and we get the Colts. We Lions, Packers, Colts. We get we get four games, and it's just like, how can I be? And for the NFL team, how am I getting 4 games? And then for the NBA, I literally live in if I live in Michigan, I can't even get the Pistons. Make that make sense. That doesn't make any sense. So we need to be putting the networks, the games back on regular TV networks and regional, so that it can reach the fans who want to watch it. No one's gonna buy HBO Max or all these other streaming sites that they want you to buy if your team is bottom of the league. If your team is not good, who wants to watch that crap? At least with football, every week kind of matters. But with basketball, if you know your team is going to go out there and get ran up and down on the court, getting beat by 30, blown out, just, not putting in any effort, star players sitting out, who wants to watch that? It sucks because the Pistons are actually doing a lot better this year, and brothers would love to watch the Pistons ball out with the new coach, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren doing their thing. Can't even watch them because they refuse to put them in our market so we're able to watch them. In my opinion, the NBA is just money hungry. They're cash cows. It's just one simple service would do. One simple service. What they need to do, because there's a lot of games, and I admit it, what they need to do is do an NBA format. Whatever teams you live in that market, Put those games for those people on like an ESPN, on a TN, the prime time, like NFL, the primetime game on TNT on this day. Or here, I'll break it down for you. So what the NFL does is on Mondays they have a primetime game. Monday is their primetime night. They'll put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Washington Commanders, let's just say. Everyone in America gets to see that. On Thursdays, they'll put that on prime time. That used to be on, I don't know what Thursday Night Football used to be on, probably ESPN as well, but I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if you remember what it used to be on, but it's on prime now. So what they would do is, let's just say they have the Chargers versus the Rams on prime time. So you would watch that on Amazon Prime, and that's another Thursday. That's a Thursday night primetime game. And then all of the games on Sunday would be in your market. So you have the option to watch between the CBS games. Let's just say it's Bills Chiefs, or you have another CBS game that's Browns Ravens, another CBS games that's Jets Giants, and then you flip it over to Fox. You have the Falcons and I don't know the Colts, and then you have the Saints versus um, the the Washington Commanders. I'm just naming out teams I can't think right now because just so much going on in my head right now. But just do that. Just have all those games be on a channel on cable, and just let people pick through what they want to watch. And every day basketball is different. There's so many games going on and there's so much stuff. And if you don't even want to do that, just have an NBA League Pass and let everybody watch everything. I've had people who have NBA League Pass and then they go to watch their game that's in market and they can't even watch the game. It's still locked even though they still live in that area. So what do people go and do? They use the TV app. They use Stream East. They use all. I shouldn't be out here naming off all these being federal. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. I don't know what people do who can't watch the NBA. I don't know what they do. So I already went through how we can fix this. And like I said, I'll reiterate it. Stop the blackouts. Make the League Pass affordable as well. Stop being so greedy. You're already cashing in on jersey sales. They're making a killing off of jersey sales. And then NBA went back to CBS. Or no, not CBS, NBC. NBA went back to NBC. You guys know that theme song. You already know it. They went back to NBC, so hopefully that can help out too. That should be the primetime channel. Get it off of ESPN. That should be the primetime channel. But just make people pay less. You have more people happy. The NBA is cool. Everybody loves the NBA. And then the other thing is just one service, one price, no hidden fees. Just have one little one-time payment. Make everybody pay that and call it good. Stop putting in all these hidden fees. Like I said, you're making a killing off of people. Let's go through what the NBA makes. Jersey sales, concession stand sales. They're making sales off of like merchandise. People come and buy stuff at the game, and then they sell shoes of players. Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. You know the NBA gets a cut of that because they're NBA players, so they're probably making a percentage off of that. So you don't need to, you monetize on everything. You don't need to be raping people on the TV deals. That just doesn't make any sense. And so it's just frustrating to me that they would do people like that. And then the NBA is going to still make money because of like concerts and all that other stuff. Venue concerts and stuff like that. When certain people come to their arena, you know they make a killing off of that too. Use some of that money towards, and put that towards the NBA. And you're always finding players. Always just trying to keep the money. And so the last thing was follow the NFL model, like I had already reiterated. Just make the marquee games, like put the marquee games on those certain channels. If I was the NBA, Peacock would be like the most important game of the week. We would redo the schedule. We would just find a way to make all the marquee games, like before the season starts, highlight the big games. The Cavs and no one knew the Cavs and the Thunder were going to be as good as they are. Like no one could have predicted that, but they are. So those games would be like on my Peacock or NBC. That would be like my 8 o'clock game on a Monday or I think Wednesday night is there. I think Wednesday night and Saturday nights are their really big nights, and Sundays too, because obviously, but Wednesdays and Saturdays would be the, so I'd have one for Peacock, one for ESPN. Give them a game, give them a couple big games, honestly. Give them 2 or 3, just like they do on Christmas. Give them 2 or 3 games. And then you got the Knicks and the Lakers and the Nuggets and there's a lot of teams, but just funnel between those teams that are the best in the league, and then let us fans who like the Pistons or the Bulls or the Pacers or the Jazz or any team, any of the small market teams, let us small market fans just watch every single one of our team's games. And I feel like a lot more, the ratings would go up, fans would be happier. And the other thing too is the NBA games are at kind of inopportune times because of where people live and what time they go on at. So sometimes you'll see like Miami and Utah games and Sacramento games, and you'll see some like Houston games. You'll see these games taking place at 6-7 o'clock on like a Tuesday, and there will be nobody there. It's not because people don't want to be there, they don't want to watch it. It's just that the games happen on a school night. The games happen when people have to go to work the next morning. So who's gonna want to go to those games? And so yeah, that's everything pretty much. I think I've touched on everything, but I was just really frustrated when I hear people talk about the ratings and how certain players are killing the ratings and players don't want to give any. I'm sure that's a certain factor, but these are the best players in the world. So we just need to be careful with how we talk about certain stars and certain players, because once the NBA Finals comes around, the ratings will go right back up. The playoffs is a great time in the NBA, and there's going to be some good teams that go. It should be fun. It's going to heat up really, really good. All right, guys, that's all the time I have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Next time there's a talk or you hear somebody say something about the ratings, show them this video and let them know that that is just not true. Hit them with the facts. Hit them in the face with the facts. Pull this video out and let them know. The game is in a great way, and they just don't want to watch it, and they just want to say stuff and make excuses and try to spin the narrative that the 80s and the 90s were better. No, I mean, it had its time, it had its moments. Everything has its moments, it has its time, but just because it's trending right now to say that sucks or the ratings are down, it's just cool right now. So that's what people are doing. They're just getting their little content and their clicks in, and I'm probably one of the only people to be sitting here defending it, but that's just how I feel. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments about the blackouts, and if you agree with that the NBA is just a cash cow. Drop a comment, like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much. This is your boy Blitz Renegade. I'm out of here. We will see you tomorrow night for the Monday Night Raw review. Peace.